Hey guys, I am going to make my own application video. When I first started wearing Jamberry nails, I was a little intimidated by whenever they came. I was afraid I was going to mess them up. So I've had a lot of you say that to me as well. So I just thought it'd be easier to show myself doing it than just handing you a stock video that we have online already. So first of all, I'll tell you what is in an application kit. If you get one of these, it's pretty helpful. You've got a buffer block, and they give you a file and a cuticle pusher, and there's some cuticle oil. This is more for when you're taking them off. It's really helpful. It's really good for your nails. We've got a couple of orange sticks that kind of like a cuticle pusher, but just a little bit harder. And get some clippers and your nail scissors. So that's everything that comes in a kit, and you can get a kit with or without the oil, but I recommend the oil. It helps keep your nails from drying out. So anyway, I'll show you how easy it is. First thing that you want to do, this is a very important step, and I actually used to skip it, and I found that they apply so much easier if you don't. So you want to get some rubbing alcohol, and actually your kit does come with like a couple little alcohol like little wipes, but I'm out of those, so I just use the bottle that most people have at home. So you want to wipe off your nail really good, and that's very important for little kids especially, because their nails are more oily than ours. But it's a good idea to do it for anybody, yourself included. So that's step one, and really you can do this beforehand or afterward, but you need to push your cuticle back a little bit. I usually don't necessarily need to do that, but sometimes you've got it just kind of sticking up, or it's crooked, and that way it'll lay nice, because you want to make sure that you do not get any of your wrap on your cuticle or on your skin. So now you just want to, this is only a half sheet, and I've already used some, but a full sheet will be twice that, just so you know. But anyway, you just kind of want to gauge and see which one will fit, and that's what's nice about it being see-through. You can kind of see where it will fit, and this one is the one that probably fits my ring finger the best. You don't want to oversize. Some people, they'll try to, they don't want to have any bit of their nails showing, so they kind of overdo it. But you'd rather have it a tiny bit smaller than your nail than too big. So here, this is the Jamberry heater, and if you don't have one, you can use your hair dryer. But what I like about the heater here is that it's pretty quiet. And then the hair dryer, of course, is so loud, and it gets annoying after a while. So you just heat it for a couple seconds, like maybe 4. See now, and I've got it a little crooked, so what I want to do is heat it back up a tiny bit and then pull it up. Since I didn't have it on there very tightly, you don't want to pull it up if you've got it on there really, really solid. So I kind of line it up. I've got it on there pretty straight, and you just get the middle pushed down and then wrap around to the sides. Just kind of push it onto your sides. And the reason why I heated it completely instead of snipping it in two first is that this way I can save a lot more of my middle of my wrap. Now I just kind of trim it like a rough trim with my nail scissors, and you've got the edge still just roughly trimmed. And now you can save that for your other finger. I'll just put it right here, and on my other hand I could use this side, And then you see how I still have these scraps left from my other time I did it, and I can use these again for my pinkies or something, and that's why I don't cut them beforehand, because some people they would want to cut it right in half, and then you kind of lose your ability to use your scraps. So I don't do that. So anyway, now that I have it lined up the way I want it, I'm going to apply heat more, and that's all you really need to do with Jamberries. You just need to apply heat and pressure. So apply heat some more. And really, I kind of overdo the heat. You really probably only need 4, 5, 6 seconds. But I hold it up there until I can stand it really. And here's where you really need to get into your sides. Really push down with your cuticle pusher and rub down on the edges. And then usually when I am doing all my hands, I will wait at this point. I will do all my fingers at this point and keep them just with that little snaggly edge there, and I'll just wait. That way you know they're completely dry before you would either file or clip. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and clip it. And you just clip your nail just the slightest bit. You're clipping the Jamberry wrap and your nail just a little bit. And if you prefer not to clip your nails right now, if you're really trying to grow them out, then you can use a file. So I think I've got it clipped pretty good, but I'm also going to file just a tiny bit because I think there's a little edge there. But when you file, you just want to go up and down, just straight up and down, instead of, just really working it like, a lot of people file their nails. Just straight up and down. That way you know you're not going to pull the wrap. But I think that's what I've got it. Now, if you watch the official Jamberry video, that's where they would stop. Now I like this last step. I will not do my Jamberries without it. This is my last step. You take just like a plastic bag, like a Ziploc baggie, and you wrap it around your nail really tight. Just you're kind of like shrink wrapping it to your nail. And then you apply more heat. So, and I'm going to use the heater. You can use a rice bag, or like I said, your blow dryer. But you're really just pulling down with the plastic bag. And why I like this is because you've got pressure all over the nail instead of just points here and there. It's the entire nail. And like I said, this is probably enough heat, but I just, it doesn't burn me. And with your added bag, you feel even less of the heat. So I think that might be one reason why it works so well. And then I just do this one more time. Let's see if we got. Yep. And we've got it all there, and that puppy is on there. So that's how I do mine, and I always do that step. That's my favorite little trick. So, and one more time I'm gonna show you how to do this again, but I'm gonna show you on a little kid. So I need Lyra, my helper. You gonna come help me over here? Lyra's my little girl. She's my youngest girl, and she's 3. Are you 3 years old? We're gonna do one. We got one more of your fingers to do, don't we? We gotta finish your fingers. We got one finger left. Some people like to see it on a kid. If you've got kids where they're even more intimidated to do it on their kids because they've got such little nails, and so I'm gonna show you on Lyra too. And the same steps apply. We'll get some more alcohol. Like I said, the alcohol is especially important for the little kids. So all you mommies, make sure you do not skip this step. I used to skip this step for myself, and I didn't really see too much of a difference. So then when I started putting them on Lyra and Dalen, I didn't do it on them either, and they would fall off. So make sure you don't skip that. Let me see. Now here's Lyra's. This is one of our new designs. It's let's see, what was it called? Bright Imagination, and Lyra likes it. It's got the rainbows on it. That's one of your favorites, isn't it?
But I want to do the rainbow.
Yeah, we're going to do one more rainbow on this finger. So this is what a little kid sheet looks like. And now let's see which finger was it? Is that the one that's going to fit? Let's see. This one over here has a big rainbow part. You want to do that one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, let's do this happy cloud one. That one's going to fit good. So same thing. What do we do first? Well, you know what? Actually, one thing that I like to do if I'm going to do a rice bag, we're going to do a rice bag on Lyra. And if I'm going to do a rice bag, a lot of times I won't heat it first. I'll just keep it like this. And one thing that some people like about it is because it doesn't get real flimsy. Sometimes when you heat it, this will start bending and it's a little bit harder to apply. Well, it's straight and it's easier to get on. You just do a cold application. Sometimes it's easier to line it right up. So just kind of rock it on there. And trim it up. Just a little rough trim. Yeah, now we're gonna apply heat on. Whenever I do the rice bag, I always do the baggie too. Now she does still have some edges, and I'll come back to trim that here in a second. I always do the baggie too whenever I apply rice bag, because if you don't, sometimes you'll get the indentions of the actual pieces of rice in the wrap.
It's hot.
Is it hot? Is it too hot yet?
Yeah.
Now, these rice bags, a lot of people make things, the only thing that's in this is just some fabric with some long grain rice in it. Not the instant, just, you know, regular
It's
old.
hot.
Is it too hot? Okay, Lyra says it's too hot, so it must be ready. So it's kind of wrapped around. Now, like I said before, you should wait and let it cool. But I'm going to go ahead and clip it. But normally I would do all her nails and just come back to this one left to clip. Just clip it down.
Yeah, clip.
Move your finger out of the way. Move your finger out of the way. So I can see. See. Okay, got it clipped, and we're going to do it one more time.
Okay, now.
One more time for heat.
It's going to be hot.
Is it going to be hot?
I think it is or not.
Oh no. Is it going to be real hot?
It's hot.
That's not that hot. That's not that hot. Let's count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's hot.
And let's rub it on there.
Rub-a-dub-a-dub.
Rub-a-dub-dub. And there's that happy little cloud. All done.
All done.
And now we don't even have to worry about it being wet, and you can run around. And that's it. And we did your toes earlier today. You're going to show them your toes?
Uh-huh.
We did your big toes, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did Lyra's big toes with her wraps, and then we just painted the other ones because we didn't have very many scraps yet, so we just painted the other ones, but we got her big toes on there. Yes. And we did Dalen's today too, but she doesn't feel good, so she's not going to be in there. So anyway, that's as easy as it is. Is that fun, Lyra?
Yes.
It's fun, isn't it? Alright, well I hope you find it as easy, and if you have any questions, just email me and I can always help you get through it and show you other tricks because not everybody's nails are the same. So you might need another tip. So anyway. Good.